detective thrill me.
Thanks for joining us. A little bit of a random selection for this evening. We just finished off, we're emotionally spent after a run through the entire Mortal Kombat franchise that we thought we'd do something just a little bit sort of lighter this time around. So we've rustled up the TV movie version of Piranha from 1995, which I didn't even know existed. So, okay, this should be good fun. We've obviously watched the other two, the original and the remake, but this will be an interesting piece of coverage, Jared. Before we get into it, what have you been watching in the past week or so?
I got to a little bit. There was one that I forgot to mention last time that I thought you might be interested in. I watched The Running Man.
I watched that this week.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. It was more in keeping with the book, was it not?
Yeah. And I didn't mind it, but I kind of missed the fucking goofy personalities of the hunters and shit like that.
Yeah. And the fucking one-liners from Arnie.
Yeah, I missed Arnie until I got an Instagram clip that I forwarded onto you. I've never wanted Arnie off my screen so quickly. But
I too missed the hunters because there was no personality to the hunter group.
No.
They were just a sort of a faceless group of goons that were chasing him down.
Yep. And there was no kind of, they had the one dude that was under the mask that was it plays in a little bit, but it was sort of something that you kind of gathered to an extent. I would have liked Jesse Ventura out there talking some shit.
Exactly. Look, I enjoyed it too. I thought it was too long.
Yes, it was.
I thought that they did basically the old get on the run, get chased down by the hunters, get away from them, find a group, rinse and repeat. They did a lot of that in the middle.
Yep. And the tone was kind of, I think at points it was like, I can see where we're going for. But then other parts I was like, it feels like you're trying to go for to sort of almost laughs at certain points. Yeah,
there was some satire in there. There was some dramatic stuff about his family.
Yeah, and it sort of clashed at times.
It did clash a little bit. I thought it was pretty well directed, and I thought the cast was really good.
Yeah,
I actually thought Glenn Powell was a good choice.
Yep,
I thought Josh Brolin brings the right amount of sleaze, and is it Coleman Domingo?
Yes.
He was fucking awesome.
He's excellent.
I just loved him. And he's only a minor sort of player somewhat, but I just couldn't fucking stop laughing about his over-the-top antics initially, and then when Richards creates an explosion that kills like 6 of them, he's there talking quietly. Yeah, he's like, he's killed 6 of our men. This guy's great.
Yeah, he was excellent.
He absolutely killed it. But yeah, just a little too long for me.
Yep.
It just sort of went up and down a little bit and it didn't really fully commit. I would actually prefer it to the Arnie one, interestingly enough.
I think overall it is probably a better picture, but I don't know. I still have a good time with the Arnie one for as goofy as it is. Whereas this one, I'm sort of like, I'm not sure I'll get back to that very often. So yeah, it was good to see it finally.
Yeah.
I then went to, and I'd been threatening on this one. I'd threatened to fucking threatened. I've watched Afterburn.
Afterburn.
Yeah, another Batista.
Oh.
Yeah.
On Amazon Prime.
Yes.
Still fucking us over?
Yeah. Well, if you're looking for sort of, Escape from New York with a hint of Mad Max with Dave Bautista in the lead role and
I'm not.
a hefty lack of sizzle, then this is probably what you're going for.
You've mentioned that and I'm not looking for it.
Yeah, no, it's...
What's David doing?
I think I enjoyed it a little more than some of the straight-to-streaming fare that I'd watched. But it's not great. It's pretty thin on the, there's not a lot of meat on the bone. I mean, there's portions where it looks the part, but you can see with the costuming and stuff like that, it's it's like just a pastiche of all the other post-apocalyptic things you've seen, and it didn't quite grab me. And I don't know what Batista's doing. I don't.
He's having a career crisis.
Well, they must pay well. Amazon must just pay well.
Well, this is the thing.
Give you a free Prime subscription.
Not long after we said Batista, so much more rage, he started making this fucking crap.
I know. Talking about the commentator's curse. Fuck me.
Yeah, correct. All right, so steer clear of that?
Steer clear of that one.
No. Subsequently, I don't currently have Amazon Prime at the moment, but, we'll have to talk.
Something. I've switched to bloody passkeys and things like that, so it might be his trouble.
Oh, Jesus!
But something worthwhile on there.
Yeah.
Spider Noir.
Oh yes, with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I've watched the first 2 episodes. Quite enjoying it so far.
Okay.
It's got some characters that you're familiar with, or takes on characters that you're familiar with, but in a very different setting, and it really, so far, it's really nailing the noir sort of tone that Cage being the PI character and taking on, get mixed up in cases and things like that. I'm really enjoying it so far.
Okay, that's
really good to see Cage back too, because he's just playing it. He's playing it pretty straight with a good performance, but then there's just these little hints of him going off
script,
off track a little bit.
Okay,
but it's not. It's high quality work from what I've seen so far.
Okay, that's good.
So that's enjoyable. That was it. Actually, that was it. All I'd gotten to. I thought I got to a bit more than that.
Okay, I got to a little bit more. I finished The Pit, season 2. Yeah, look, it ended well. It did end well, and I'm looking forward to season 3. I did a 2-picture deal with Police Academy. Police Academy's 1 and 2.
How'd you go?
Police Academy's all right. Yeah. It's got a hefty dose of reasonable laughs.
Yep.
But the second one's pretty fucking bad. I can kind of see the 80s was really a place for this, where you had constant sequels year in, year out, and they changed fuck all.
Yeah.
And yet people flocked. Yep. Like Friday the 13th is a classic example of that, right? And I love those movies. And I'm sure I can see why people might love the Police Academy movies. But the second one was nowhere near as funny.
No, it wasn't. But I think I did get a couple of laughs from I think it was part 2 where there's a couple of pranks on the new.
Yeah, the guy with the bloody plastic stuff in his hair, and then he comes out with like a wig. He looks like a fucking idiot. So that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
But how often do they go, well, you're on a part 2? I think I got up to 5 before I took a breather before I dived back into 6 and 7. But they continue to go back to the Blue Oyster Club every sequel. Guys.
Yeah. I know it's the 80s. Material. I know it's the 80s and you think this is funny. But the first time was kind of amusing because that's where they sent Harris, didn't they?
Yeah.
To check out a job, and it was at the Blue Oyster Bar. It was kind of mixed into a prank they did.
Yeah.
No, it was the 2 dickheads that they didn't like in the class. They sent them to the Blue Oyster Bar for the party.
Who are being put up to it by Harris.
Yeah, they're like, where's the party at? Oh, yeah, down here. And so, but then, the joke runs a bit dry. They actually feel like spoofs.
Yes.
They kind of feel like spoofs for the most part.
How did Commandant Lassard grab you?
Many times I failed to laugh at his work. But he's all right. He gets a couple of giggles here and there.
I did get a few laughs out of him.
Look, you can kind of see why Steve Guttenberg was a star.
Can you?
A little bit, yeah. He's charismatic. He's got a reasonable comic timing. He's a handsome cat. You can see why that would have worked for a while, but he flamed out quick.
Yeah.
We looked at his resume when we watched Cocoon. There was a period.
Long.
No, but there was a 7-year period where he was the fucking biggest star in the world. He had the Cocoon movies. He had Three Men and a Baby. He had fucking Police Academy.
Don't know about biggest star in the world.
Short Circuit.
There was a few stars floating around.
He was pretty big though. Like
he
was making shit movies, but they were popular.
And it was at a time when a guy who was you could be just off the biggest star in the world, and you were still making big dollars.
Yes, right. So in fact, his biggest hit and probably his best movie of that period, apart from Cocoon, I think Cocoon was probably, it was a pretty good movie. Three Men and a Baby was right at the end of it. And that was his biggest hit. That was a fucking bona fide hit, you know, and it was a pretty good movie, pretty funny. So you can kind of see why he had a career for that period, but he flamed out pretty fast. So something was missing. I think it basically didn't have many other dimensions. He just sort of played that kind of, you know, jokester type of role that Mahoney was in everything. But look, I'll drag myself through the rest of it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going. I may have to take it, but I don't have to like it, Jared. That's the point. I watched Novocaine.
Uh-huh.
I love the performances. I think Jack Quaid is really good. Amber Midthunder is great. Like those two together are really good. And Jack Nicholson's son, Ray. I thought they were all good, but she's pretty bland. Apart from the fact that there's the angle of that he can't feel pain. That's the only thing that changes. What's a standard actioner, really?
They get some brief flashes out of it.
Yeah. Moments. But, like where he's getting tortured and he's trying to make out like, fuck. But there's no pain. But, it didn't, there's not much else happening. Even though they're trying to throw in like a little sort of twist. But also the wrap-up, he fucking killed about 10 guys. And it's like, yeah, but you're a good guy. We know you didn't do it on purpose, so we'll give you 5 years probation. So that's what you get? So some of that shit it was all right. Another one that I really liked for about half of was Send Help.
Yeah.
The first hour was fucking really cool. Just building that whole idea of like her being subordinate to him, he's a fucking trust fund baby, you know, they suddenly get into a position where he's not in charge, she's the skilled one, and it turns the tables. I kind of really liked that. I really liked that idea, and I liked the way that was playing out. Rachel McAdams is fucking excellent. Not so much Dylan O'Brien. He was pretty flat for me. I was like, we've got fucking Michael Jordan here, and we've got fucking Tony Delk over here. You know, like we're not. It's not apples and apples.
Yeah.
You know, but then once we kind of get to, because I twigged as soon as she said what she says.
Don't go. You're still talking about reasonably new releases.
But as soon as she makes a comment, I twigged to what was coming.
Yeah, you get a bit of a sense of it, but even then, I thought where it sort of goes was still pretty entertaining.
It was it's kind of like it was. Yeah, there was still some entertainment to be had. I love the Sam Raimi fucking Evil Dead angles that he always throws in.
Yeah,
vomiting on people.
Yeah. There's always shit like that. Yeah,
people get their fucking teeth knocked out. He just has to. He can't help himself.
No, he can't.
Look, it's all right. The last thing I did is not a movie, but I started playing 007 First Light on PlayStation 5. Really cool, Jared. Really cool. It sort of goes back to it. It's
an origin story.
Yeah, it's an origin story, but it's set present day. But the opening sort of mission, so to speak, about how he comes about to getting in with MI6 is really cool. So far, I'm enjoying it. And that was it. All right, let's take a break. And here's the trailer for 1995's TV film Piranha.
A sleepy resort town.
Have I missed anything?
Back in the world, nothing
is about to be awakened.
Come get me. Ow! Something bit me.
Something is in the water.
If they had drowned in here, wouldn't their bodies be floating on top by now?
Your hand, take it out of the water.
Something terrible that feeds on human flesh.
Did you drain the pools? Yeah. No! They'll kill all of us.
Piranha.
Just how dangerous are they? They kill more people every year than sharks do. They'll attack anything that moves.
Don't put your hand in!
We gotta get to the resort and the kids' camp, and we gotta get those people evacuated.
Okay, kids, it's time for the water competition!
This project is going ahead as planned.
There are kids down there! The piranha are coming!
Imagine that.
But sir, the piranha.
What about the damn piranha?
They're eating the guests, sir.
Piranha from 1995, directed by Scott P. Levy, who directed The Alien Within. It's produced by Mike Elliott, who produced The Munsters, and it's executive produced by Roger Corman. The story is by Richard Robinson, who wrote Kingdom of the Spiders, and John Sayles, who wrote The Howling. The screenplay is by Alex Simon, who wrote Blood Fist 8, Trained to Kill, and it's based on the original screenplay by John Sayles. It stars William Catt as Paul Grogan, Alexandra Paul as Maggie McNamara, Monty Markham as J.R. Randolph, Darlene Carr as Dr. Letitia Baines, Mila Kunis as Susan Grogan, and Solel Moon Fry as Laura. I have no idea what the budget was, and there was no box office because it was a TV film. Producer Roger Corman cut close to 10 minutes of filmed and scripted footage, which added a great deal of humour and character development to the proceedings, much to the chagrin of the filmmakers and the cast. Thank you, Roger. I'll tell you what, I'll cut out 10 minutes that might make this interesting.
There's probably 10 more you could have cut out.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely 10. I think we're being fucking generous. All right, Jared, we've seen all the Piranha, we've seen the other Piranha films. How did this one sit for you?
Look, there's certainly things that I enjoyed about it, and watching it sort of made me miss some of the low budget fare you used to get around that time, because now low budget just looks like bad computer effects and shit like that.
Yeah.
So there's certainly things that you know, I watched it with a bit of fondness. That said, it's very similar to the
Extremely
70s
similar
one.
to the original, yeah.
Very similar in terms of the way it plays out. Almost certain scenes almost play out the same, you know. So I think it was sort of, I think it fell short of the 70s one. It was just sort of lacked a bit of energy that the other one had.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that the cheap look of it started to show a bit more in this period, especially when you're reusing effects shots that you used in the 70s one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's where it sort of falls down a bit. The cheap approach that Corman used to take was sort of starting to show its ass a little bit in the 90s, I guess, would be one way to one way to you get away with it a little more early.
It was
than that.
bare-assed, wasn't it? It was fucking bare-assed.
Because, you know, it was starting to sort of fall that you could sort of see the ass crack poking out by this point. So, so yeah, I gave it a 2.
2. I was a little less forgiving. I gave it a 1.5, and I was pretty close to giving it a 1. Nothing really new. They just regurgitate the one from the 70s. And the one from the 70s, as you said, Jared, had some energy, and it should have looked cheap. This one looks cheaper, I reckon.
Yeah.
it's essentially it's a direct remake. They don't really do much else. They don't try much else.
Yep.
And apart from the leads, the acting is pretty fucking bad. Like I'm talking about like fucking Dracula's bad. Like there's some performances in certain parts, small performances, but they're just laughable. And overall, it's just, I'd watch one of the other ones before I watch this one. This one's more of a curiosity.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just random. It came out of nowhere. I didn't even realise it existed.
Well, it was part of a series of
Corman sort of remakes, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, well, I don't think they were all I think it was like a series of made-for-TV films that he did, and I think he remade 4 or 5 or something. He remade Bucket of Blood. He remade Humanoids from the Deep. This.
So he made a couple of his...
Yeah, around other just, random Roger Corman ass showing material.
Roger had his ass hanging out of his trousers all the fucking time.
But you know what? I love that the bloke, like he was still making money on these.
Look, Roger, no one will ever fucking shit can. I'll never shit can Roger as a businessman.
No, because you knew exactly what if you're getting in bed with Roger Corman, you know what to expect from the material.
Yeah. You know it's going to be short. You're going to be paid for it.
Exactly.
But
I mean, if the man was being honest when he said he never lost money on a movie.
Yeah, well, he's done well. He's done very well.
well.
And look, and this is the thing. I knew what I was getting into. I had no illusions this was going to be pretty bad. So I don't sit there and go, why didn't Roger fucking throw some more money into it and make it more? No.
Yes.
That's not what Roger did. What the remake did is exactly that. It took the genesis of the original and then put some money in it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why it's the best one of the three. But look, I didn't have a lot of likes, but firstly, she's extremely short.
Yeah, Roger was sticking to his format.
80 minutes if you're lucky. But fucking Plex likes to gouge you for ads, Jared.
Oh, boy, do they.
I haven't bought anything from Spa World, but not for a fucking lack of trying, because they put on about fucking 50. I reckon I saw that about 20 times.
Spa World's getting value for money.
Oh, fuck. If you guys haven't sold me a spa in the next couple of weeks, something's wrong.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, no, he stuck to the format, 80 minutes. And, again, sticking to format. I think it was the 3 minute 20 mark. Someone's dropping clothes. Straight away.
Well, I was surprised because it was a TV movie. I'm thinking we're not going to get any of that, but we certainly got that.
Because it was Showtime.
Okay, so Showtime.
Cable TV.
Yeah, Showtime says, yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Okay, the main cast, we had a couple of pros. They're B-grade actors. William Catt, Alexandra Paul. I mean, fuck, what's he? Leland also turned up. James Cameron. These guys are professionals. They'll do a reasonable job, and they did.
Yeah.
Like, for the most part. Some of the secondary characters were shocking.
Yeah, and I think, Alexandra Paul and William Catt, they were game. They were sort of,
Yeah.
As we said, there was it seemed a little bit lifeless in comparison to the first one, but I couldn't blame them.
No,
I thought they were doing their
they were doing what they could with what they were given.
Yeah. The dog was also a pretty good actor.
The dog... I do. I've got a dislike for what happens to the dog, Roger. You fucking asshole.
But the dog was good while it was on screen.
Yeah, when it was on screen.
Compared to certain actors.
A couple of others, including the opening pair. Fuck me. Terrible. My last like was some of the effects, Jared, although kind of cheap. I don't know. There was something something that I could like in some of that.
Yes, there was certain that works all right. Like, old mate that gets his legs, the dog's owner.
Yes.
When they find his body and his legs are just a couple of bones.
I've got something to say about a bloke who gets his legs gnawed off. Near the end. It is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. It's up and down. There's certainly parts of the effects that I don't like, and I'll talk about.
Yeah, but
those
there's
later,
there's some all right effects in there. Here and there.
Yes. So some of my other likes, I've actually got a few because there was certain points where some things that were bad made me laugh. Yep. So I've put them in the likes.
Okay, fair enough.
So the first one was, what's in the sack? Roadkill. And he pulls out what appears to be a domestic cat.
That's not roadkill. It's someone's pet. You fucking penis. Jesus.
Not what I would call
Roger,
roadkill.
fucking, are you in any way associated with Peter or any of those fucking places? Because clearly not, in my opinion.
Fucking hell. That made me laugh a lot. I don't know why. When he pulled it out, it was like a fucking stuffed cat. And I was like, oh my God. Another one that was, I think this one was supposed to be funny, but I did get a bit of a laugh out of when Alexandra Paul says to William Cat, she's like, how do we get there? And he goes, a raft? And she goes, oh, cut the Grizzly Adams crap. How do we get there? And the next shot is them fucking pushing this rickety fucking raft into the water.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I did like that. It raised a couple of questions about, you seem to live up here, so I would think you would have a tinny at worst. You'd have something, would you?
Yeah. The concept of having a tinny is lost on these fuckwits because later on,
a fucking old,
it's
an
like
old kayak.
It's like we're using fucking those inflatable plastic things to protect ourselves instead of getting a fucking tinny out.
Yeah, a solid boat.
A solid boat.
Nice.
You know what? They can't bite through the bottom of.
Nah. You mentioned this, which is going to be a dislike, but I actually thought when the dog died, it actually had a bit of impact.
It probably did.
Because, I mean, people like you and I who are dog
emotionally
owners are predisposed
to
we see the dog and we're like, oh, and when the dog goes with them after it's fucking led him to its dead owner,
yeah,
you just develop a bit of an attachment straight away.
Yeah, it's quick, but it kind of does work.
Yeah, I think it actually worked because if anyone else on the boat had fallen in, I
was calling for Roger Corbett's fucking head.
So it certainly had a bit of impact. Roger knows how to get a bit of cheap heat. Let's put it that way.
The whole fucking movie was cheap heat.
That's right. The classic trope of having to open tomorrow.
We're going to open the beaches, the fucking Jaws.
It never looked more like a fucking cheap Jaws ripoff than when we go to I've forgotten his name, but the guy that's running the resort, and he's saying, we're opening tomorrow, or I'm going to lose this much money, and he's got the police in his pocket. That works.
Yeah,
and I think in this one it was more that than the government.
Yes, because in the first one was the government.
Yeah, which I think is actually better.
But I think in the first one they were still having a regatta or whatever the fuck that they were doing.
Yes, yeah, of course. But I think him being it's cheaper for Roger, less people.
It was one of the world's fucking least attended regattas that I've ever seen.
I mean, I question his business sense when I see the joint that he's supposedly fucking opening up. But anyway, I think that's more on Roger's budget than.
Yeah. He paid people in fucking hot dogs to turn up there.
But I thought, that sort of trope is fine for what you're doing.
I mean, if that's not in a movie like this, I'm wondering what's happened.
Yeah, exactly. One of my biggest laughs of the movie was, when the guy's saying, oh, Piranha, and he's, oh, mate, the resort owner's there going, I told you not to say that. He's going, oh, but they're Piranha, sir. They're eating the guests. His facial expression in response to that, fuck, it made me laugh. He sort of cocks the top lip and then kind of looks at him with
what?
I was like, fucking hell.
We only told you fucking 10 times that this might happen. Lead up.
It was one of those bits where it's just like, I think that was more just I just got tickled by that for some reason than anything that Roger was particularly looking for from the audience, but it worked for me.
No. It's funny when you get a little bit of cheap heat on things that you shouldn't be.
Yeah, exactly.
Was that everything you had to offer?
Well, I thought the ending was a little dark, but I think it sort of works.
The idea that
that he goes into the office and
yeah.
and then we actually get a sort of a little stinger about where they've gone, which I think was also different to the original one.
Yeah. Actually, you're right.
Yeah, that works all right for me.
That him taking a gun to himself in the office was quite out of left field.
Well, it was quite out of line with what we'd sort of come to expect from the 80 minutes of work leading up to it.
Yeah. At no point was I expecting darkness in the end of the film.
So, yeah, it sort of, I thought it just had a little bit of a twisted sort of vibe to it that landed for me.
Yeah. That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Have I given Roger too much credit?
No, I don't think so. Look, but I think it's hard sometimes to go likes or dislikes with a movie like this because it's so fucking shitty in some bits, but you'll enjoy some of that shit. Like,
yeah.
And then the next minute something actually good will come on, but you'll be sick of Roger's bullshit by then.
It's where I drew the line because there's certainly things that I laughed at like I did with some of those other things, but I've put them in the dislikes because of, yeah.
All right.
I know what you're saying.
I know this is probably stating the bleeding obvious for a Roger movie, but she's fucking cheap looking. Holy Christ.
Yes.
Like real cheap. Like really fucking cheap. But it also, I mean, the fact that you're reusing footage from the first movie, that tells you how cheap we're getting. Like,
I mean, he's a deft hand at doing things on the cheap, but as I said, I think it was just that period of time where it started to show more than previously, and it was.
Well, was it just me, or did it looked really washed out? It looked really kind of like it looked like it'd been run through like a filter of shit. You know, it kind of had this darker look to it.
Well, put it this way, Adam. The Scare that I was watching was not 4K.
No. But I mean, these pricks couldn't even do 2K.
No. It was. Mine looked like VHS.
It looked like shit. So
I said there's. What did I describe it as? That Roger's ass was showing on this. There's points where you can see. I mean, he's got a bit of cloth and he's covering his ass, but you can still see a little bit peeking out here and there. There's other scenes where he's just giving you the full moon. Like it's
Yeah, I mean, there are other scenes where he's giving you the moon and showing his balls at the same time. Like, there is not a dollar to be fucking seen. You know what I mean?
I've got specific examples, but I think I've listed a number of them, so
I feel like
come to them in the run of it.
Roger is the kind of guy that you hear, well, did he pay you on time? Nah. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. I think, look, it seems like the people that worked for Roger did get, he was...
Maybe it was
he
up
wasn't
front,
cutting corners that way.
Here's cabbage.
But, the stories about, when I told you, other people agreed to shift in some of the budget. So instead of saying, all right,
he took half of it.
He took the money that he had in back and allowed the money that the other people had put in to cover it. And so, yeah, some of the ethics of it all might be a little shifty.
Maybe it's more like production stuff that he's cutting the corners on.
I don't know. I mean, I would have to probably read into a little bit more about Roger, but I don't recall hearing any stories when the actors or people weren't getting paid. I think it was more a situation where he would be up front that you were getting a hot dog for your work, not cash.
Exactly.
And if you were happy with said hot dog, you would accept it. Roger, maybe Roger had promised you mustard and ketchup, but there was none on. You got your dog and got told to fuck off.
You thought you were getting like a Pepsi on the side, but you were getting fuck all.
Be lucky if you got an LA Ice.
Yeah, that was a Schweppes Cola. If I'm not mistaken, that's how it would have worked. Okay, like it's fucking cheap.
Yes.
The acting in that opening scene is fucking atrocious. When she's yelling out, "Get out of the water! Get out of the pool! Get out of the pool!" I'm like, I don't believe this.
No.
Like, it doesn't make me want to get out, even if someone's biting me. Something's fucking hanging off my leg.
I would have got out the second she fucking seemingly referred to his old fella as a slimy monster.
Yeah, I'd have looked down and said, I think you're talking to the wrong guy.
Did you say a slimy sardine?
Yeah. Yeah, those performances are fucking shocking.
Pretty bad.
Shocking. Like, they're terribly bad.
And it's also like it's one of those ones. I'm going to be a little bit nitpicky, but I never really got the idea that swimming in a random tank in a scenario where you've busted through a fucking
It's an ex-army base.
you've busted through a wire fence, and old mate says it looks like a military installation. And you think, oh well, let's have a fucking dip in here.
I'll tell you what, time to nude up and get in the fucking nearest pool, which might have fucking acid in it for all we know.
Fuck if I know what's in it, but I'm not jumping in there.
Yeah, some sort of fucking monsters in it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's also
honestly.
it also shows the cheapness over the top of that scene when we get the credits.
Yeah.
The font looks like the fucking default on a Word document.
Roboto? The fucking, is it sans
Times
serif?
New Roman or something. Like, it looks when when it pops up, I'm like, God, you could not scream 90s any more than that, could you?
Yeah, you could. You could. Now, look, this is an interesting one. But people would say it was nitpicky, but the guy's surname, Grogan. It sounds like a fucking turd.
Yeah.
He does like or a sort of like a put down. You fucking Grogan.
Grogan, yeah. The funny thing was they changed her surname from the original.
Did they? But they didn't change.
They didn't change his. So Grogan was the same in both. But yeah, her surname was changed.
Yeah, they changed it from Grogan to fucking turd.
It was like McNamara in this one, wasn't it? In the original one, it was McKean or McEwen or something.
Fuck, Roger.
But you didn't look at Grogan and think we'll do the same there. We'll leave that one. That sounds fine.
Paul Grogan.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, sorry, that was a small one, but I need to put it in.
Quite funny. One of my favourite parts of the movie and arse fully showing was where the doctor is steaming down the mountain in the stolen Jeep and appears to come across a taxidermy deer.
Yeah,
Or was it a deer?
Rolls off the fucking hill. What the fuck is that?
Even when the shots of the animal, I'm not sure it's a deer. I thought it was, but even when the shots of that animal are a split second, you can tell that thing's not moving. It's like you've sat that in the middle of the road and said, just get a quick shot of this, moving towards it.
Oh my
We'll
God.
make it look like she's run over it.
Oh dear. But also, what about her? When those two fucking bust into a private residence and start fucking emptying pools with impunity without asking any questions, she comes bursting out going, no, and she fucking wrecks her whole house.
Yeah, and
Like,
swinging at him
with
like
an axe or something, is it?
Yeah.
Jesus. Take it easy.
We'll come back to that character towards, later in the sort of rundown, because that is honestly one of the most baffling characters maybe I can't recall the original really well, but I think it's in both versions. That I'm baffled by
In
it.
the original, he explains things at the actual place.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And there's that little monster running around.
Where was
a little
that?
fucking monster.
Where was that?
In the first one, they
where was
used
that
like
here?
It wasn't. Yeah, I know. Well, they didn't have any money, Jared. And you know what? That character was probably perfectly fleshed out in the 10 fucking minutes of shit that Roger cut out.
Yeah. I'll get to my problems with that character a little later, but we do think that Roger's reusing footage, isn't he?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
He's definitely reusing the shots
Piranha
of the piranha
footage,
and
yeah.
the sounds and shit.
Anything under the water is reused, if I'm not mistaken.
Talk about cheap. Fucking hell, every underwater shot.
Because some of it looks shit house anyway, Roger. Like, come on, mate. Also, the fucking noise they make.
Yeah.
They're like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like,
I thought the fucking Wraith from Deathstalker was about to fly in any second.
if only. I didn't fucking beside myself. One of my favourite things ever. But William Cat puts his hand in the water
Yeah.
and they show a POV,
Yeah.
and all you hear is, I'm just like, what the fuck? Why can't you just leave that out? I understand what they're trying to do is like create the sound of like thousands of them, and they're all fucking just charging in. But we don't need the sounds. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's a fucking.
No.
It's like Jaws roaring. Like, we don't need that shit.
You know, Jaws had a classic theme that would pop in at those moments. Whereas Roger's
we can
got
drown out the shark's fucking roar with the classic theme. Roger wasn't prepared to pay the small fee it might take. When they show the kids at the camp, and we first meet an extremely uninspired Mila Kunis. It's like, Jesus Christ,
she didn't want to be there.
On there.
She didn't even get a hot dog. That's probably why she was upset.
I know. He said we ran out of hot dogs.
I was promised a hot dog.
But action.
Yeah.
But you're here now, so fucking action. That was how Roger put it. But they show the kids playing in the river. I mean, forget about the piranhas. I'd be wondering if I got fucking swamp fever. The place, the joint looks disgusting.
I mean,
like,
I'm on her side.
Water's disgusting.
I'm on her side. I'm saying I'm not going in there, and you can't fucking make it.
Yeah, I know. You know what? I'm staying on the fucking land.
If a monster doesn't get me, some sort of infection is definitely going to.
For sure, staph. Fucking something like that. Dengue fever. But also, but don't be too quick to throw that out there, Miller, because remember in the sequel to Piranha, they flew. So
correct. But then
you weren't safe anywhere.
But then there's one point where they show them on tubes, which is a bit further down. It's just before the attack.
Yes.
There's a shot from above that shows them on tubes. It fucking looks like somebody's dam. Honestly, the water looks disgusting.
It's fucking
and it looks
brown.
like someone's. It definitely looks like someone's property, and they've just fucking chucked it. Something on there.
Yeah, Roger shot it fucking on someone's property on the slide, probably.
Yeah. Didn't tell.
We don't need permits. We'll just fucking drive in here. These guys will be all right.
Exactly.
What are you guys doing out here? Oh, nothing.
Around that, I think it's just before we see the kids, actually. I can't remember whether we see them before this or not, but when they find the old fella with the dog dead, and Grogan comes out with, I'll get a shovel. He wouldn't want to be buried in town.
Hey, listen, Paul, you've got to tell someone. You cannot fucking bury people
just because
randomly.
Just because you live an hour or so out of town doesn't mean you can start fucking burying the dead
Do you think that-
on your own terms. There's a process. At the very least, call someone and say, do you mind if I fucking just get the shovel?
Yeah. When you find a dead body, your first comment should not be, I'll get a shovel.
Get a shovel.
It should be, I'll call the police.
Yeah.
Grogs decides best to bury him here.
Grogs is a man of the mountain. He doesn't worry about those city folk and their fucking...
Also, Grogs doesn't realise how fucking much effort it takes to dig 6 feet deep.
That's right. Yeah. I'll get a shovel and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I'll be here for a while.
Time is of the efforts, Grogs. I haven't got time. I've got to dig this fucking hole for this guy. Yeah, the dog being eaten. I fucking can't. I can't have it. I can't. I won't.
Yeah.
I refuse. The dog should have been still alive. I mean, but someone had to wrangle it and Roger wasn't interested.
Yeah, well, that's right. No, but you know what? I actually think as I said, it worked all right for me. Like, obviously, you don't like to see that stuff.
Is it the dog's head you keep seeing fucking bobbing up and down on the top of the fucking water?
It is.
It looks shocking.
It does, and I can see why it was sort of out of focus. And
yeah, because it was fucking rubbish. That's
look, I wasn't. You don't like to see it, but I think in terms of the just making a flick like this, it made sense.
Well,
and dogs do that sort of silly shit where they'll fucking jump in the water when you don't want them to, and that sort of thing. Chasing something.
Cheapy.
So yes,
but I guess it worked for that particular point.
Yeah,
this is what I love about the developer, Jared. They go and see him and they say, "Listen, you hired me to go and find your daughter. we're pretty sure we found her. We think she might have got eaten by piranhas. And his response is to scoff and go, no, the development's going ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
I just told you that we think your fucking daughter was eaten in a military fucking pool by some piranhas.
Yeah, it almost felt like they needed to take that part out of it.
Yes.
That they weren't certain or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of did. They said, we think, and he said, oh, you didn't find anything or whatever. Like,
But it should not have been him who perhaps hired them. Should have been the other person's family or something. And then they go back to him because it's his daughter.
yeah. See, look, all in all, I think.
But
I can
just the way
see
he
why
does it, he just kind of goes,
Yeah. Look, Adam,
Come on, guys.
it's one less actor. You can have the same person showing up to hire the people to find the daughter as you can be to develop it. Like, I don't think I had as much issue with that, but yes, his response to the daughter part in particular was a bit.
Was it, in the original, she
weird.
was a reporter, wasn't she?
No, was
I
she?
don't think she was a private detective.
I think it was similar. I think she was trying to find.
Well, we know he was
She was
Grogan.
hired to-
Yeah, but I think she might have been a reporter.
Yeah, I don't know. I
can't
don't know
remember.
about that.
We'll have to
thought
look
she
into
was- Yeah.
We'll have to look into it. William Catt loses some acting points at one point in the film where he's in jail and he starts fucking screaming at the cops going, the piranhas are coming! Yeah. I was like, fuck, William.
That wasn't his
That's not
steps,
it, mate. No.
That's not on his show reel. I can guarantee you that.
No. And he's giving it, like, he's kind of giving it the best he can, but it's not necessary.
No. Not here.
Don't,
That's not what we need.
William, don't work so
You
hard.
should give the same amount of effort as sort of lines up with your pay.
Yes.
From Roger on this one.
Yeah, you're getting cash, but
Yeah.
put in the same amount of effort as the guy fucking cooking the hot dogs for the kids.
Yeah.
Okay? Limited.
Coming back slightly around the same sort of parts of the movie, but the doctor.
Yes.
Once we get some words out of the doctor, the behaviour at the start makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Like you said, she fucking
She wrecks the whole house.
wrecks the joint. Instead of saying,
What are you doing here?
don't do don't do that. There's fucking dangerous animals in that fucking pool or something like that.
Yeah, close that off.
And just fucking steams in with like a little fish hook
And
or
they
something.
fucking have a blue.
I thought it was a
while
cricket
this whole thing empties. It takes a fucking minute for it to empty.
Yeah. That was fucking ridiculous. And then the fact that she's stealing the car and whatever. And then when she wakes up, she's like, I'm a doctor. Well, that facility was researched, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, so what the fuck were you doing with a cat in a bag?
Yeah. Yeah. Where'd you get the cat from? Because that's what they're asking. Like, what the fuck's happening
It
here?
didn't really seem to set up that she'd stayed there and lost her mind, which is kind of what you get once she starts talking about
it kind of oscillates between two different things.
Yeah.
She explains the whole thing with the piranhas, a calm, rational manner. And everything else is done like a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, absolute lunatic.
Which I don't really get.
And then she determines that, the best approach is to then fucking go full lunatic again when she steams into the water like Michael fucking Phelps. When it seems that the raft got there well in time to save that young child.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What are you doing? Don't give yourself up, give your life up for nothing.
No, that's
Wait
right.
till you need to.
Yeah. If he falls in, okay, fuck, I better get in there. But if he's still teetering...
At the minimum, Jared, I'm putting a hand down, but I'm not going into the water.
If he's still teetering on that canoe or whatever that he was in, I'm saying, we'll be there in a second. Yeah. Hurry up.
Yeah, fucking clench your ass cheeks and hang on. The acting from the cop who comes to investigate the water in the cell and then fucking Alexander Paul fucking cold cocks him with a sock full of bits of fucking toilet system.
Yes, yeah.
He gets hit in the head, then he looks up and goes, and then just fucking collapses.
And Roger decided to take 10 minutes worth of humour out
Not
elsewhere, but decides to put him in fucking. Was it like an American flag with a smiley face? Fucking jocks.
And they had to steal his trousers.
And throwing his trousers out the window at the other cop.
Oh, my God. Roger, hijinks in the middle of such a life or death situation.
How did you feel about the poor old Taiwanese fishnet makers of the world copying some heat?
This must have been made in Taiwan. Why?
Not like a good old American fishing net.
Made of what? The same shit as the Taiwanese one. I mean, fishnets are all the fucking same, aren't they?
That made me.
Oh, that did make me laugh because then he does say something about, the second one's been made in fucking the good old USA. Holy shit.
It's fucking silly.
Oh, you took 10 minutes from elsewhere.
I did actually start laughing though when they come back to him and the second one's been chewed through. He's like, back in the day we used to make it ourselves.
Well, make it yourself, you fucking dildo.
Before fucking tumbling into the water and getting
nibbled up,
unceremoniously chopped to pieces.
Now, what the fuck is the guy, the camp counselor who had his legs fucking gnawed off? He gets absolutely fucking pummeled. He carries a kid out and gets him out of the water and then runs back in and then the fucking piranhas just nibble his legs up.
Yeah. And it's just shots of him standing up into
and he's like,
waistline. He's going,
Yeah.
And then we get shots from 1978 under the water.
Correct. But then when we cross the camera pans across when they finally got out of the water. And then all the kids who have been injured are all lined up. And he's fucking sitting there. His legs are all gnawed up. And he seems to be perfectly fine.
Well, you know.
I'm like, the shock.
He definitely seemed to be going through it in the water.
He should have been going through it, but he looked like he was just picking the lid out of his belly button and waiting for someone to turn up and fucking reconstruct his entire legs.
Jesus Christ.
Far out, Jared. Like, I was just beside myself. I'm like, that guy should be dead.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you look at the quick work they made of the dog and the guy that owned the dog.
Yes.
His legs didn't last long and they were in for much less than that
that's
guy.
how he died. He died of, he might have got an infection because the water was fucking
I think he was about to die and was, he had... He had encountered some fucking.
He already had Ross River fever. And then he got his legs
just happened to have his legs chewed off
off
at the same time he was about to cuck.
Yeah, he always looked a little bit fucking ill.
Could have been whatever he was drinking and handing around. That probably could have killed him too.
Didn't he hand? No, that was right. That's William Catt who handed around some fucking booze.
It came from him, didn't it?
Oh,
At the start of the movie, when he's talking about, there you go, this is what, give me some of that.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
The last thing I had was I could not stop laughing at the guy on the jet ski. He's got a fucking piranha hanging off his leg. He's fucking.
And they just had shots of him like wiggling around seconds before he fucking flies into that boat and it explodes everywhere.
Oh man, I was beside myself because I actually have a fucking rubber-looking thing hanging off his leg.
Oh,
wow,
boy.
Guys, come on!
That was good stuff.
Did you have anything else?
I did. I had a couple more.
Yeah.
The director, the guy that's making the ad.
Yes.
When he gets in the boat with the girl who's trying to get herself in the ad.
Yeah.
And she starts to unclothe and he kind of goes, and he's looking at her and I'm like, righto.
Yeah. He's like, I haven't made any Hollywood films. I'm just making commercials at the moment. And he's like, that's right. She says, what does she say? Remember she stands in the shot initially?
Yeah.
And then she turns to him and says, And as long as we can make a movie by ourselves later on.
Yeah.
And he's like, yes.
Yeah.
I think that's the stock standard answer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, I say I don't like to be on camera.
No, that's right. That's right.
I prefer
So
not
you
to
can have the camera around, but it's going to be turned off and it's going to be facing the other direction.
I deliberately put the lens cap on.
But also, not long after that, when she dies, the effects, this is where the effects really don't work for me. It kind of looks like they've just slapped a bit of prosciutto on her face or something.
Yeah, some of that
It
was
looks-
not good.
Yeah.
And did you notice too when William Cat gets attacked?
He looks the same.
Under the water, it looks like there's bits of him being pulled off.
Yeah.
But then when we see him on a ambulance gurney,
Yeah.
he's just got like splotches of like blood.
Looks like he
That's
just
it.
walked through the walked through the middle of a food fight at the local delicatessen.
No problem,
to me.
guys. Yet you leave a guy whose fucking legs have been pretty much gnawed off. You don't take him in an ambulance.
Yeah,
He
but
fucking-
there's nothing we can do for him. He's
Yeah, that guy's going to die anyway.
figure it out for himself. Yeah.
He looked like fucking Jerry O'Connell.
Yep.
How Jerry
Yep.
got his fucking legs gnawed down to the bone. He looked like that.
So around the scene where we have the opening of the fucking dingiest resort in the history of fucking resorts.
Yeah.
I
I think Alligator 2 had a pretty bad result going on as well.
not as bad as this one, surely.
Yeah.
It sort of just descends into chaos. Kind of just feels like to fill time more than anything. Like you knew this was going to happen. You knew
Yeah.
this was where it was heading when we have the whole the resort opening. But once we get there, it's sort of just like, all right, well,
We
here's
need
a
to
chance
descend
to
into
fill
madness.
a lot of time. So yeah, it was kind of like I was kind of just
Do you think it's trying to fucking round out to 80 minutes?
well, probably. But you had 10 others somewhere. That,
I'd love to
but
see those 10 others.
when you look at this as opposed to the remake, obviously the remake had the remake that was still to come after this remake. It obviously had a bit more money, but it goes fucking balls to the wall when it's the
Yeah.
the attack on the fucking festival gathering that's
Yeah,
going
it
on.
gets real nasty.
And again, because they had more money, it looks like there's a fucking shitload of people there.
The
And you
spring
actually
break,
see like the gore and the effects. Because the effects here are so sort of shoddy, it doesn't do much. It doesn't do much for me. That
And because we've only got so much footage from 78 that
Exactly.
we can use,
That's right.
we struggle, yeah. I mean, I know that from what I read, they actually dressed actors in the same clothing and shit, so it would look similar, like the underwater attacks that they were using.
Roger still probably had the same clothing.
Yeah. He's like, hang on, dress
if
like
he
this.
buys something for a wardrobe department, he's using that thing fucking 20 times.
Yeah, put these on. They're from the fucking 70s.
Yeah. Look, that makes sense, but it just felt like when it was happening, it's like there's you just don't have the cash to make this effective.
No. It seemed like a lot of smoke and mirrors. We've got a
Yeah.
lot of shit going on, but none of it's really engaging.
Yep.
Whereas
Smoke and mirrors and the smoke machine's kind of broken down.
smoke
not
and mirrors,
working.
but we're hiring the smoke machine by the hour.
Yeah. So
hurry
it
up
didn't
and
quite
get that
work for me.
shit done as quickly as possible.
Yeah. And the last one was, I don't know why, maybe I was just fucking missing something, but why was that fucking thing underwater again? The thing that he has to release.
I don't know.
Into the
I
water?
didn't quite get any of that.
Yeah, weren't they releasing chemicals into the water? And then I had another question about, so the chemicals obviously aren't hurting you guys because you're
Or-
in the
or
fucking
other
water,
fish.
Or are they?
You guys are fishing out of there.
I don't know.
The place is a fucking cesspool. Like,
Exactly.
the joint was a fucking
But
shithole.
why? I couldn't. I clearly missed something about why there was a fucking glass room underwater with fucking chemicals
Yeah.
to release.
I missed out on that too. There was also 2 divers down there.
Yeah,
What happened to
that's
them?
right. I forgot about the divers.
What happened to them?
I think they just got eaten somewhere along the line.
Jesus Christ, because I missed that too. I think it was probably because I was considering buying a spa.
That's right. Yeah. You were considering snorkeling in something from Spa World.
Either that or I was considering how best to use the term Grogan as a fucking a way to shit on someone.
Yeah. You're going, oh, you're going to see the fucking Grogan in here. Have a look at this.
Yeah, well, I'm going to start using that around the house. Oh, my God, you've got to go and have a look at the Grogan I dropped back yesterday. Still clogging the joint up.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, well, that's a fucking true story. Have you got anything else? Is that it?
No, that was it. I think I've given Roger enough for one night.
Yeah. Roger had his ass shown for majority of this.
Yeah, 100%.
Like he's got shorts he's been wearing since the 60s.
What do you do if you're a Showtime exec and you get a sort of rough cut?
You say yes to this shit, then you go, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Can we even put this on television?
You call Roger and you say, how much did we pay again? Where's
Roger,
that
how
gone?
much of the money we gave you did you keep?
Oh, I thought we
this doesn't
gave you
look like
enough
good money.
I thought we gave you enough to sort of be able to avoid using fucking lunch meats as special effects.
Roger, you said you were going to hand those lunch meats out in sandwiches, not put them on people.
Yeah.
If I was to rank them in order, it goes the remake, the 70s, and this.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm probably the same.
This is unfortunately a strange kind of anomaly
Yeah.
that's in amongst it. Like, it doesn't really make for very good watching.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, I think so.
The only one I haven't seen is actually 2.
Yes.
Because I think
Jimmy
James Cameron might have had something to do with pulling that out of circulation.
Is that out of circulation?
To an extent. I'm sure you can probably get hold of it, but all the streaming avenues I've sought out, legal streaming avenues.
What happens when you travelled overseas? Surely
International travel is legal as far as I'm aware.
I'm asking. When you travelled overseas, surely it was on the plane?
Couldn't find it on.
Couldn't find
it on the legal avenues that I've sought out, so I haven't been able to see it.
Fair enough. Do you think? You know what? James should fucking stop being clenching his ass so much and let it get out there.
Yeah. Look, James, everyone's made some shit.
Yeah.
And it's probably better than the other.
I guarantee you it's better than fucking Avatar Fire and Ash. Without a doubt. I'll guarantee that. All right, that was Piranha from 1995. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, Podomatic, and wherever else you get your podcasts. Send us an email at thrillme@iinet.net.au. We're on Facebook at Thrill Me Podcast Australia, Podomatic at thrillme.podomatic.com, and Instagram at thrillmepodcast.au. Please rate and review us wherever you can find us. Keep an eye on the Facebook page for details of what we cover next. But until then, take it easy, everyone, and we'll catch you all later. Cheers. Find the podcast at Podomatic or on iTunes. Don't forget to rate and review. Like us on Facebook at Thrill Me Podcast Australia, or contact us at thrillme, all one word, all lowercase, at iinet.net.au.